Hey guys, I got a battle here versus MexKing from Maryland. This wasn't a standard battle, this was actually a roulette battle, which is a really fun type of battle where you tell your opponent how many Pokemon you have that you can use in your boxes, and they randomly pick numbers that each correspond to one of those Pokemon. Let's say, for example, I have 60 Pokemon in my boxes, and so my opponent would randomly pick numbers from 1 to 60. And those numbers would correspond to the Pokemon that I would then have to use in the battle. And then I would do the same thing for my opponent's Pokemon. So it's a really fun way to test out new guys, and it really helps you get good at battling. Now this is a really great battle here versus MexKing. We actually both start out with scarfed Flygons, which, I mean, what are the chances of that? It's pretty crazy. Unfortunately for me, his Flygon was a little bit faster than mine, so he goes first, and he U-turns out and brings in a Magnezone expecting the Dragon Claw, which was a pretty great prediction on his part. I go to Swampert, hoping to get the Earthquake off on him, and if he Magnet rises, I'm just going to roar him away. But he actually subs up. I'm expecting him to not really know any moves that would be too good against me, but I mean, you never know. He does know hidden power, but thankfully for me, it's not grass, and I'm able to set up a Stealth Rock. And instead of trying to Earthquake him, I decide to just roar him away. And there he goes. Sends out a Licky Licky. I mean, I guess that's what you get for doing a roulette battle. Sometimes you get pretty bad guys picked. Although then again, Licky Licky was actually turned out to be a pretty strong Pokemon. I Earthquake, and it does, like, nothing. I was really surprised. That thing is like a tank right there. That thing is really good. It wishes, which I didn't know it could do that either, actually. He protects, so he can stall and get the wish heal, which is a pretty good idea, except it doesn't do that much, because I didn't actually hurt him that much with Earthquake. I decide to keep going for the Earthquakes. I mean, hopefully I'll be able to eventually take him down, and then he uses Return. I was really scared that that was going to do a lot of damage, but I'm not sure whether he just has really low attack, or whether his Licky Licky doesn't like him too much, because Return did almost nothing. So since I see how little that did, and I'm guessing he's going to try to Wish again, I go to my Hitmonchan, hoping to get a sub set up. He actually counters, which is good, because nothing happens because I switched. And so I get my sub up and I start to Focus Punch, and I go first with the Focus Punch, which means that he used counter instead of trying to break my sub with Return, which was probably would have been a good prediction on his part, because you never know, I might have not knocked him out. He sends in an Azelf. I can't really hurt it that much. If I had used Ice Beam, it still wouldn't have been, it would have been less powerful still than Focus Punch. So I just decided to go for the Focus Punch. He breaks my sub with Psychic. I'm hoping I can knock him out with a Mach Punch, but it barely doesn't knock him out. I was really disappointed with that. But that's how it goes sometimes. But thankfully, he faints from the Life Orb damage, which is really good for me because I don't have to worry about using up a guy to get rid of that thing. Now, I'm guessing he doesn't know I'm Scarfed yet, because he switches to Ambipom and fakes me out, but then he goes to the Magnezone, probably expecting a Dragon Claw or a U-turn, but I predict the switch back to Magnezone, and I hit him with an Earthquake. So that's 4 times super effective, and that kills the Magnezone one shot, which is great. I can't hurt the Dragonite because of Earthquake. Obviously, he's a flying type. So I switch to Swampert, and he Dragon Dances. Here he Outrages, and I'm almost 100% sure I can take a hit from that. I mean, I can take a hit from a double Dragon Dance Salamence. But he gets a crit, unfortunately. And that pretty much cost me the game right there. I bring in my Salamence, who's actually Flygon, and I'm Scarfed, so I'm assuming I'm going to be faster than him, but he has one fast Dragonite because he outspeeds me, so that was a surprise there. Didn't expect to get outsped by a Dragonite, even after the Dragon Dance. I bring in my Porygon 2 because I know I'll be able to survive an Outrage, since Porygon 2 is a defensive wall. And I'm hoping he won't get another crit, and he doesn't, and I kill him with Ice Beam. Brings in the Ambipom, he Brick Breaks me, and that takes out the Porygon 2, which was unfortunate. I bring in Raikou, hoping to do some damage, maybe sub up in case he decides to switch, and he does switch, so I get my substitute up, which is nice. I'm debating whether to go for a Calm Mind or a Shadow Ball, but I just decide to go for the Shadow Ball in case he knocks me out with an Earthquake. And I use the Shadow Ball, and it does nothing. It doesn't do much at all. I was really angry about that. I guess that's why Raikou is BL and not OU, because his special attack really isn't that great for a Calm Minesweeper. So I bring in my last guy, Blissey, who I'm hoping can take an Earthquake, and Blissey takes the Earthquake really well. It only does half to Blissey, and I'm able to kill the Flygon with an Ice Beam, which is really great. So now it's down to 1-on-1. We each got our last guys here. I'm expecting the Fake Out, so I go with a Protect so I can dodge the Fake Out, dodge the Flinch, and also get another turn of Leftovers recovery. Here he Brick Breaks. I know that's not going to knock me out, because if Earthquake didn't knock me out, then Brick Break definitely won't, but he gets a crit again. And so that crits the game right there. Great job, MexKing. That was one heck of a close match. Comment, rate, subscribe. Thanks for watching.